right, welcome into the drive. And yes, it is 4 o'clock, and we told you Larry-N-Stafford would join us in studio. And Larry's here, baby. Yeah, man, I tried to give my man some directions to get in here. Larry's, oh man, I've been here before.
He knows.
I said, man, calm down, man. Like, I'm trying to help you. No, I know where I am. I'm in the building. I'm here.
Not his first rodeo, man. He's been up here about 5 or 6 times.
My fault, man. Well, good, man. Well, appreciate you joining us, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate the show. You know, it's been a long time coming, man.
Just keep calling me.
I meant to ask you, dog, do I have to do this dance with you about Run and Show, man?
You do what you do. I'm just going to keep correcting your ass is what I'm going to do.
Well, your ass going to have to correct me, man.
Sean Bajani's in the building. Clint's out. I want to do it like this, 713-572-4610. Text what you want to text to Larry. I'm going to read some of these puppies at the end. Text what you want to text to Larry. You got a question for Larry? Somebody did. Some people start texting some questions. You could do that on YouTube and Twitch as well. Text what you want to text to Larry. I'm looking at the text line just now. We just played C.J. Stroud, fellas. And someone saying, how can you not love C.J.? He's a great quarterback and a great guy. I'm wondering from you all, because the three of you all are hardcore Houston fans.
Yes, sir.
Now, Larry, you can go here first. You, has CJ surpassed your feel for Deshaun?
What?
I'm talking about as a player. Has CJ Stroud surpassed how you feel about Deshaun?
Yes. He's doing things Deshaun never did his rookie year.
Yeah, 100%. It's not even a question.
It's not.
It's not even a question.
No, it's not a question. And
it's not a question?
You know, I'm a diehard D1 fan, man. And but no, dog, the way C.J. Stroud playing football in the H, yeah, he already wiped that slate clean, man.
I'm not gonna let it take my joy.
Oh man, they're pretty close. I know he's winning more games.
Yes, sir.
They're winning more games, but like
is on pace to shatter the rookie record.
I get it. All right, I get that. I know that I get it, but still, like they were in the same. I mean, they're in the same field.
Yes, sir.
Of things at that time, right? I mean, like for me, the thing that surprised me about CJ is the off-schedule stuff. We knew Deshaun had that, and we thought that Deshaun is probably better at that than CJ, just making a play when there is no play. Although CJ is a lot better at that than we thought. I think where CJ would have the advantage is, like, he can just make the in-pocket throws. He can just make everything, the easy stuff, as Clint would say, the layups. He can make those easy. But I'm not talking about how you, and I see people on the text line, how
God
you
bless
feel
you
about
too,
him.
C.J. Stroud.
Thanks, Clint. How you feel about him now. I'm talking about at that time, he's already surpassed.
Yeah.
For me, it's the way he's doing it, Larry.
Yeah.
You know, if you remember back, Deshaun was winning games. There were fourth quarter comebacks,
Yes.
his first true rookie year. But to me, the difference is the way CJ's able to manufacture those drives to go win you games. There's a different way he's doing it. I felt like back then, Deshaun, he was either making a play with his legs, running for first downs, or it was the deep bomb. Not hitting crossers and just dissecting defenses with the regularity that CJ seemed to have done it.
Here's the difference between those situations, right? C.J. Stroud has that pocket presence where he's playing within the tackles and he's dropping balls out of the sky like this on a dime, right? Deshaun may have been more of a natural athlete and more of a move around, be able to extend the play a little bit, better. But C.J. Stroud is playing NFL-type quarterback at a high level. And this isn't a disparaging remark against Deshaun because at that time he had Bill O'Brien and Tim Kelly or whoever calling plays or running.
You're going to take the time to take them out right now.
Yeah, we're going to get them out the way. Because here's the thing. So when you see Slowick and D'Amico over there, there's a symmetry that you got to have with your head coach where you're playing the game, especially on that level, where that coach is giving you the confidence and the belief in you to let you go out there. And then the fact that they're all first-year players, D'Amico, a first-year head coach, Slowick, a first-year offensive play caller, and CJ, a rookie quarterback, the level he's playing on, Deshaun never reached that level because he got injured right there when the Astros was going to the World Series. So we never saw the full fledged of Deshaun for his rookie season.
And then the rookie, because someone just texted in, I don't know if I'm, because I'm trying not to just, like someone just texted in, CJ as a rookie is already better than Deshaun.
The veteran.
The veteran.
Yeah.
And This Deshaun, yes. But I mean, has CJ reached? Do you think CJ has already reached the height of what, like the highest height of Deshaun? You think CJ's already past that? You think so already?
But again,
remembering the height of Deshaun, like the height of Deshaun. I remember when he walked into Kansas City and beat Patrick Mahomes and outlast. Like he was. I'll say this: I think CJ's more sustainable. What CJ is doing is more sustainable. What you're saying in the pocket, I think it's more sustainable, and even more sustainable, Sean. Don't shake your head at me, damn it. Even more sustainable, Sean, because he's got that other part of the game too that I didn't think he had as much. We saw it against Georgia, but like what he was doing against Arizona, what he was doing against Jacksonville, like he's got some of the Deshaun stuff, so it is more sustainable.
It was a good shake of the head, by the way. For two reasons.
I saw that.
For two reasons, right? Because you get me excited about it.
I don't know your shakes.
There's so much meat on the bone with this kind of conversation. And one, it's about where this organization had come from with Stroud now in the mix. So you talk about sustainability. That's the impetus for the belief in sustainability there.
I can go with that.
With Deshaun, there was an immense amount of belief and faith and hope in that football team. When he had the ball in his hands, you knew something good was going to happen. The same way you think and believe that with C.J. Stroud. The difference is, as I think, again, because you had so little in these players, in this organization now, like you'd almost been beaten up, battered, bruised, just
he's got the more impressive rookie.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But again, it's in the statistics.
Yeah,
you're talking about right, Larry. You're talking about something that no rookie quarterback has ever done, literally on a weekly basis with this guy.
3,500 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Deshaun didn't have them numbers. And the thing about with CJ is that, again, the level of confidence that he's playing with, where you're seeing he's making dudes, Nico Collins, everybody said he wasn't serviceable. Dalton Schultz, when we had Tank, he was making everybody eat on that offense. Mm-hmm. And Deshaun, had Will Fuller and D-Hop. But the thing that CJ is doing, you don't see him playing like erratic like a rookie. He hasn't done anything to make you think that there's going to be this fall off, because he's playing a pocket style quarterback, but he has the ability to move around and pick up first downs. And what I truly like about him, man, is that every time he don't miss when he's talking about his game, because he's always talked about, he learns something even when he makes a mistake. So when you're talking about just the comparison between the two, sure, Deshaun was going into the cafeteria, paying the cafeteria workers and things like that, and picking up their tabs or whatever. But CJ has this aura about him, man. And Deshaun had it too.
I was going to say Deshaun had that too. Yeah, if we remember that Deshaun and not the other stuff with Deshaun, he had that same feel when he talked. He didn't lose a press conference either until a couple of years ago. So
he had that likability. It was a strong likability factor. It was
and belief. His team believed in him.
Mm-hmm. There was a relatability factor there with Deshaun in the early years, but not to the level that it is with CJ. And I think the stories in which you can kind of you try to relate yourself, your upbringing, people that with CJ, it's a hell of a lot easier, Larry. And I don't know what it is particularly. Maybe maybe you can weigh in on it. It's easier to do that with CJ. I don't know why.
Because he's flawed. Because here, and Deshaun was too, but, CJ talks about his situation with his dad and things like that. So it makes
personable.
Exactly. So it makes him human, because he carries that out in the open, where he's trying to bring awareness to it or whatever. So it's more authentic, it seemed like. It's not a front to him just trying to, just prove to everybody else to be acceptable. This is the way he is. And the thing about it is, you see it, except for Sunday when everybody is up in armor. We're going to get to Larry-N-Stafford in a minute. But how everybody was running, all his teammates was ready to go down there and do work for him.
That pissed you off 7-8, didn't get there?
No. Here's the thing about it. Let's get into Tunsil, man. Look, I'm a big fan of Larry-N-Stafford. But here's the reason why I think a lot of people have an issue with it. Because at the time that we gave up all those picks for Larry-N-Stafford, Trent Williams was down there in Mo City off of Highway 6. And there's a certain amount of dog that Houston sports fans like in they linemen. You got to remember, we had Bruce Matthews, Mike Munchak, Dean Steinkuhler, all them boys.
Yeah, won't you start naming some of these dogs for the Texans for the last 20-something years?
I'm going to tell you something. Exactly. Dwayne Brown. You had Wade. You had, what's big boy with the dreads, man? I can't think of his name that was on the right tackle side. But my point is that we see Larry Tunsil play high at the pass game and everything else. We don't ever see him pancaking nobody. You want to see him put somebody on their back. And so when you don't see that, you start seeing this little finesse thing that's going on with him. And then all of a sudden, he posts a picture of him in that Gucci stuff, man, them skinny jeans and all that other. So now, I know you don't have, I know you like to look good. So I know you like the flash, man, but it's about the offensive line. It's down and dirty, man. You want to see your dude go in there and just really just ram people, man.
I got no problem with that with Laramie. I just have the issue with, at least this year, saying that Laramie is soft or he's lazy or he got his money hit on one. No, he's out. He's hurt. I mean, he is not 100%, and we know he'll shut it down. He wants to be out there, and he is out there. That's my thing. I can get all the on the field criticisms. I understand that. I like he's got his flaws, but I don't think Laremy Tunsil this year is just being lazy. I think he's showing leadership. I think he's showing leadership.
I think it's just the past leading into the present.
I'll take lazy off the equation because everybody got in their mind about how he shut it down with Cully and Lovey. But I think now, again, this goes back to the culture and everything that D'Amico's bringing over there. Because Laramie got a C on his chest.
Yes.
So the expectations is for him to be a captain and go out there and do it. But if we're just talking physical football.
I get that part.
We know that in November and December, you got to be able to line up and tote that thing behind your left tackle. Yeah. And if he's going to be the leader, let him be the leader.
Derek Newton was the guy you were thinking
of. That's it. Yeah, D. Newton.
As I'm sitting there thinking, I know he ain't talking about Davenport.
And not Charles Spencer neither. Not Spence neither.
You mentioned Tank.
Yeah.
And so y'all nervous, right? Y'all nervous without Tank, right?
Nope.
No.
Stop.
Come on, man.
No.
Again, I started the conversation. Man. You saw the numbers. Noah Brown 150.
Not at all.
191.
Noah Brown, you think you're going to get this? You ready to depend on Noah Brown for the next 2 weeks?
I saw
cut your eyes at me like that.
I saw Nico get 191.
I got you, Nico.
Yeah.
But what do you think the Jets going to do? We know what teams are about to. They got the Jets, the Browns. You got Mike Vrabel, who knows what he's doing defensively. They're going to try to take away Nico.
Yeah.
And one of the things that helped is you got Tank on the other side. Like Brandon Scott, and I agree with him. Clint has said this. You can't tell me that Tank Dell is somebody that can do something that nobody else on the team can do. That's a skill set that nobody else could. And you ain't nervous? The connection those two have, CJ and him. CJ has broke up. He's about to cry up there with his best friend on the team, Tank.
Of course.
And there's no concern. Y'all both said nope.
Nope. Yeah. Because here's the thing. This is every kind of situation brings an opportunity, right? So now we have all been clamoring for Metchie to get some work, right?
It's got to be him.
Exactly. Or I like the way Xavier Hutchinson looked. Mm-hmm. So there's opportunities out there. But then again, this is what we was talking about. CJ uplifts all of those cats to a level that you don't expect them to play as rookies. I expect big things out of Metchie and Xavier Hutchinson this week because we can see what they all about.
You have no concerns of any kind of drop.
No, and I'm with you. That's part of the reason why I'm not nervous.
None?
Well, look, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most nervous, I'm probably at like a 3, right, at the height.
Yeah.
And here's why. 1, great point that Larry made, but then 2, it would be one thing if Tank had gotten the hurt in the midst of like a 7-catch, 150-yard performance, right? The dude had played 8 snaps prior to his injury this past Sunday. Wasn't targeted once. Robert Woods wasn't targeted once in that game. I think it has much more to do with what Slowick and Stroud are able to do within the confines of this offense for you. Noah's shown out a couple of times. Nico's had 3 of the best games of his life in this offense. Dalton Schultz, Brevin Jordan. It's kind of like, I'm not saying Tank is not an important and Tank is not going to hurt, but I almost feel like it's, okay, he's down, let's insert the next guy because they can thrive in this offense. I think it's much more about that, the system, and who's running the system in Slowick and Stroud than it is anything else.
I'd rather have Tank there with me, but since he's not there, I'm willing to bet money on these other boys, man, because I believe that they're just as hungry and just want to be on the field as well. So it's going to be an opportunity for them to show it.
Texans dialed up 5 explosive plays between Nico Collins and Brevin Jordan without Tank Dell on the field.
1 week. We'll see how it continues. Someone on the text line, damn, Ryan, you're always
against
the one
arguably one of the best secondaries, though.
Listen, all right, I'm just saying, we'll see what happens. Well, we got guys that can game plan. Someone said you're always nervous and scared. You're alone on this one. Forgive me. I'm watching the number one generational quarterback in the game right now struggle because he just can't uplift all of them jokers. I'm just saying to see the rookie C.J. Stroud, Patrick Mahomes cannot uplift MVS. He cannot. Is not uplifting Sky Moore. And I'm just saying we'll see what happens. I hope he can uplift John Mechie, but I mean there ain't no concern, no nerves.
You are a little scary.
You are a little scary.
I know I'm concerned. You call it scary. I have some concerns.
You turn on all the lights when you walk in the house, man, because
hell yeah, I do.
Darkness
You're damn right I do.
He got the smart home. He flashes. He puts them lights on before he even gets out of the car.
But look, here's the thing. On a serious note, Slowick got and Lopez said this earlier today. It's not just about Slowick, but Slowick got to start stepping his game up to meet CJ's game. Because CJ is playing, I said this before, CJ Stroud is playing calculus-level football, and sometimes Slowick gets dialed down to algebra. He got to come up there and scheme these guys for them, too. Because, look, this past Sunday, he ran the ball 3 straight times, man, and it went for nothing. You can't do that, man, especially in November football. Scheme them boys over. Slowick got to step his game up, too, to help CJ out with all these injuries and everything else that's going on, Show.
All right, man, it's Ron. Well, we could do this every day. Larry, we appreciate you jumping on with us, man. Fantastic job. I never expected you wouldn't do so. So this ain't a call. This is Larry jumping on with us. Coming up as we get up out of here. Coming up, Larry, you might want to listen when you hear.
You want to see these J's I got on.
This nut, Sean Bajani.
Nut.
I thought we were going to have a conversation about something with the Astros that was universally agreed upon, but no, my man here, this man over here is like, no, Jake Myers at center, not that big of a problem. Wow, we got to discuss that coming up.
Putting words in my mouth.
Tell you about these cold Coors Light as I'm tipping one.